Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2, and today I'm going to be giving you a brand new series. What if Naruto was an Exile Saiyan that was trained by Vados? Part 1 guys. If you enjoyed and want to see part 2, go ahead and just destroy that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support, and don't forget to go ahead and check out What If Naruto Was the Strongest Half-Breed Uchiha over on Anime King. And also I post a brand new episode over on Anime Prince as well, so go ahead, check that out and enjoy. And if you're new, yes, you hear that correctly guys, I indeed have 4 channels that I post What If on every single day. Yes, every single day for you guys to enjoy, so go ahead and destroy that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support, and yeah, without further ado, at least we jump right into this new episode. Begin now guys. Planet Sadala, the planet of Saiyan warriors, the strongest species in Universe 6, with their unrivaled potential and continuous growth. After battles, they are always called for if an enemy arrives and is too difficult to defeat. The king of planet Sadala is said to be the strongest of all Saiyans. It is rumored that he has only lost one fight in his entire life, and that loss came from his own father. The king had a power level of 6 million, and the next strongest elite is his guard, who is at 900,000. The Saiyan race, despite being the strongest, was divided into groups based on their different power levels. You had the super elite who range from anything above 10,000, and the elite warriors who had power levels of 5 to 10,000, the mid-class warriors who range from 3 to 5,000, and the average warriors who range from 1,500 to 3,000, and the below average warriors, or your Saiyan runs, that range from anything below 1,500. This month, however, 2 Saiyan babies were born, one girl and one boy. The girl was born the power level of 1,500, and the boy had a power level, a really weak one, 25. However, there was something about him that had the doctors worry. They can deal with the girl having an unusual high power level for a baby. It is the boy that worried them though. I've never seen anything like this before, have you? One of the doctors asks. No, I haven't. We should call the king. He might know what is going on. I'll go get him, the other said. 2 minutes later, the king walked in. What is the problem with Kale, he asks. King Bordos, Kale isn't our concern. It is a boy. He has a tail. And no Saiyans had ever been born with one. Who are his parents, Bordos asks. Chris and Wasabi, my liege. Both are from the lower class, the doctor responded. What did they name him? Bordos said. They named him Naruto. His mother's in the rejuvenation tank. There was some complication during birth, sir. His father was sent on a high-rank mission with a couple of elite warriors, the other doctor said. How long will his mother be inside the tank? The king asks. It is not a guarantee that she will survive. The damage was rather severe. She was poisoned by something that began to eat away at her insides. I was amazed that she could give birth in her condition. She'd been in there for almost 3 weeks now, with no improvement. We're keeping an eye on her condition, but it doesn't look good. We've run a test on the poison and we've not come up with the antidote yet. But back to other matters. What will we do about the tail? Have you tried to remove it? Bordos asks. Yes. I've been trying to every time he sleeps, but the tail seems to have a mind of its own. It keeps on slapping my hand away. Before the king could say anything, someone rushed in. It was another doctor. Sorry to interrupt, but Wasabi has just flatlined. We tried reviving her for an hour, but we were unsuccessful. Damn it. Has the team gone out to Planet Maya returned yet? Bordos asks. Yes, they have. They're currently in the rejuvenation tank. Is Cress with them? He's Naruto's father, the king asks. Sadly, he was not. His team captain said that he sacrificed himself so that his team could return home. His captain said that he transformed his life force into energy, and the last thing he saw before the cruise ship took off was an explosion, wiping out everything in the surrounding area. He also noted when Crest was doing the move, his power level increased to 80,000. The king seemed surprised. That's impossible. The last time Crest powered up to its max, it was only 20,000, and I can tell that he wasn't holding back. The king then focused back on the child. For young Naruto here, place him in the home until he is old enough to take care of himself. Keep an eye on the tail. I want to know if anything changes. As he glanced up towards the ceiling, looking toward the skylight, as the moon was on full display, as the child was in viewing. Suddenly, the king felt a strange sensation. My liege, he's changing. The doctor says he picked up Kale and rushed out of the room. Vados looked towards Naruto. He was growing fur all over his body, and he started to take the shape of a monkey. Vados grabbed Naruto and flew off as he went to a vacated location of Sadala. He managed to get there just in time as Naruto started to rapidly increase in size. He grew until he was a 30-foot monkey as he started to blast off ki blasts out of his mouth in random directions. A few of them went towards the city, however Saiyans were located there. As they blast the attack away. I need to stop this. If he keeps this up, he will destroy the city, maybe even the planet, Vados thought. As he flew up to Naruto's face. Chaos shot, he said. The attack slammed right into Naruto's face. That should do it, he thought. However, he was wrong, as a hand slapped him out of the smoke as he slammed into the ground. He quickly got to his feet and jumped away as Naruto crushed where he was a moment ago. 10 elite warriors showed up. Lord Vados, what is that thing? One of them asked. It's some kind of giant monkey. I've never seen it before. We need to stop it somehow. This is a Saiyan child that was born with a tail. I can guess that is where the source of his power come from. We need to remove the tail. That might be able to bring him back to normal. As the other Saiyans decide to attack, drawing his attention as Vados move. He sent ki down to his hand as he flattened it, as it extended towards the sides of a blade before he moved. Slice. As he cut off Naruto's tail. Finally, he says, he started to see Naruto shrinking down. It's over. As he walked over and picked up the child who was now unconscious. Alright everyone, he said. Let's head back to the main city. My king, I mean no disrespect to you, but why? Should we bring the child back with us? It's clear that he's a threat. Do not worry, the threat is gone. We remove the tail. But what if he grows it back? What if he goes on another rampage this time, within the city? If the tail grows back and he goes on a rampage, I will have no choice but to send him away. But if he does not go on a rampage if the tail grows back, he can stay. Does that seem fair to all of you? He asked. Yes, my king, they all said. The man there was rather shocked though. They'd never seen their king like this. The monkey only hit him once. Given the immense power that the king possessed, it was strange to see him with broken bones like this, just from one hit. As the king brought Naruto back to the hospital. My liege, what happened to you? Said the doctor. Don't worry about it, I'll be fine. I just came to drop off Naruto. As he placed Naruto next to Kale, who seemed to be wide awake, the baby looked towards her as Kale seemed to shy away from him. Despite her having a high power level, my liege, Kale is extremely shy for some reason. We've tested her power level once again to make sure there was no errors, and there was none. She may even grow to be stronger than you, my liege, the doctor said. She just may. However, I don't think that Naruto will amount to anything above an average Saiyan. I cut his tail off and I believe that is where most of his power came from. I'm afraid that he won't be that much stronger than his father. His mother wasn't much of a fighter, so we had stopped testing her power level. But I heard people say that she was stronger than Crest. I agree. His power level did not manage to get up to 100. Our average Saiyan newborn has a power level of the average 120. But I will not judge him because he's only a baby. I will judge him based on how he trains once he grows up. The doctor says he watched Naruto try to play with Kale. However, she was too shy to play with him. Well, I trust your judgment. I was only average when I was born. And look at me now. I'm the strongest Saiyan alive. Now I need to get to the rejuvenating tank. I leave it to you, Venus. Vados says he walked away. Don't worry, Naruto. I'm sure that you grow up to be strong. And have an excellent teacher, Venus said. As he noticed Kale reach over as she poked him. As Naruto hand lashed out and grabbed her by the finger. As she started to cry. As he chuckled Kale. I wonder if he will stay shy forever, he asked himself. As he took her to bring her to sleep. It took her an hour to get to sleep. He was surprised that her crying did not wake up Naruto. He will be a real heavy sleeper when he grows up. The doctor thought to himself. Time skip. 7 years later. As we found young Naruto playing around the girl, who was none other than Kale. She was still shy, and there was also another girl a year older than them. Her name was Caulifla, as she was the exact opposite of Kale, as Naruto was in a white t-shirt with black shorts and Saiyan combat boots. His hair was black and spiky as it leaned over to the side of his face, right side, as Naruto's power level had grown over the years, due to him constantly playing around until he get dead exhausted, until he couldn't move anymore. He was stronger than Kale, and her power level grew to 7,000. He was stronger than Khalifa, but not by much, as she was a year older though. So that show how far Naruto's come. Naruto always allowed her to win their spars because the last time she lost, she got so angry, she almost destroyed an entire forest. Come on, monkey boy, I'm sure that you can keep up with a game of Key Blast Tag, Khalifa said as she was wearing a pink shirt with dark grey pants and black pointy boots, as her hair was wild and spiky. Hey, no fear, you cheated. You got me when I wasn't ready. The rules we came up with clearly say that you have to wait. And leave my tail out of this, said Naruto as he started fire. Ki blasted her. That's another thing, his tail grew back when he was 2 years old. However, there has been no accident. Although a Saiyan named Toru, who had fought Naruto when he first transformed, was not happy that it grew back and that he was allowed to keep it. As Naruto's tail was wrapped around his waist, Caulifla liked to pull it when he wasn't paying attention, so he wrapped it around his waist. Caulifla? Naruto is right. You're supposed to wait until he's ready before you can fire Ki Blast at him, Kale said in her quiet and withdrawn voice, as she was wearing a red dress with her name on it, with black shorts underneath, 2 golden loop earrings. Her hair was black, a bit shaggy, with a shoulder-length loop, as a band came over on the left side of her face. Come on, Kale, you don't always have to take his side just because you like him. And stop talking so low, I can barely hear you, Caulifla said as she took her attention off Naruto, as he hit her in the gut with a weak Ki Blast. Woohoo! That's Naruto 4 and Caulifla 2. Hey, you shouldn't tease her about her voice, said Naruto. If I remember correctly, when you met 6 months ago, you were pretty shy yourself. You were stuttering more than Kale was at that point, said Naruto. Caulifla tackling down to the ground and she started to choke him as he was laughing at her. However, it was just in good fun, as she wasn't putting any pressure down on him. I thought I told you never to mention that again. I was sick, and I had a cold. As Kale giggled at their antics. Hey, you had a cold alright. It must have been some cold since you had it for 2 long months, said Naruto as he flipped her over in a headlock, as he gave her a noogie. Hey, stop, you're messing up my hair, she said, trying to get out of the headlock. Say sorry to Kale for teasing her, and I'll let you go, said Naruto. No, I'll never say sorry, she said, as she struggled to get free. That's too bad. No, I have to do this a lot harder, said Naruto, as he started to give her the noogie even harder. Okay. I'm sorry for teasing you, Kale. Thank you, Caulifla, said Kale, rather quietly, as they barely heard her. Okay, I don't usually tease you, Kale, but I can barely heard you that time, said Naruto. Now you need to apologize, Caulifla said. Hey, no I don't. I wasn't being rude, said Naruto, like you were. I was stating a fact in a nice way. Before they could say anything though, Vados appeared, with Venus and Toru. Can we help you? We were kind of in the middle of a game, Caulifla said. I'm actually here to see Naruto, Vados said. What do you want with me, said Naruto. Naruto, do you remember what I told you about your tail? As well as what happened a few weeks after you were born? Yeah, I remember. Why, said Naruto. Have you already told Kale and Caulifla about your deal? Yeah, they know about it, said Naruto, as he had told Kale when they were 4 years old. He told Caulifla 3 months ago doing a spar. What's going on? Kale asked quietly. Well, Naruto, I'm sorry, but you have to leave. Planet Sadala. There was an attack on the city last night, and we found fur that matches when you transformed, said Vados. What? But I didn't transform last night. If I did, Caulifla wouldn't be here since. I was at her parents' house last night, said Naruto. Were her parents home last night? Because we really can't take the words of some runts. Toru said. Well, no, my parents were sent out on a mission before we went to sleep, Caulifla said, as she didn't want to say it out loud, but the bond that she had with Naruto and Kale was extremely important to her. Well then, I am sorry, Naruto, but a deal is a deal. You have to leave Sadala. There is simply too much evidence pointing towards you from the attack. No one else here has a tail and destruction match what you did when you first transformed. We already have a ship prepared for you. It is set to take you to planet Earth, and it will take at least 3 months for you to get there. We packed the ship with food and the latest training equipment, so that you'll be able to protect yourself. Vados said. Earth? I thought that planet was basically destroyed because of a war, said Naruto. It's not destroyed completely. I have had teams checking the planet a lot, just in case anything ever happened to Sadala, and we need a new place to stay. It has life and vegetation, but it is extremely scarce. You can keep the ship for travel, and it comes with spare parts so you can repair it if need be. Vados said. Fine. I guess I don't have a choice. When do I leave, said Naruto. You leave tomorrow. I'm sorry, Naruto, I tried to fight it, but the evidence was too much against you. An extra day was all I could get. Vados said. I'll leave you three alone to say goodbye. Meet me at the Royal Palace tomorrow in the morning, Vados said, as he flew away with Vados. Once they were gone, the last remaining member glared at him. That is what you get, freak. You should have been killed the night you were born. Another thing, your parents would be ashamed of you, Tora said, laughing at the end. However, he was laughing when a ki blast slammed into his gut, throwing him away violently. As Naruto power level had skyrocketed up to 20,000 after hearing that, and that was half of Toro's full power level. Whoa, Naruto, when did you get so strong? Khalifa asked. I've always have bursts of energy when someone get me mad. It usually take a lot to get me mad, but talking about my parents is a huge no-no in my book, said Naruto as he calmed down. Naruto, you never told us about your parents. What happened to them, said Kale. Yeah, you knew our parents. You said that you knew yours, but you wouldn't talk about it unless you were okay with it. So what happened, Khalifa asked. They both died a few weeks after I was born. My mother died from a poison in her system that was rotting her insides. Dr. Bean said that it was a miracle for her to give birth, and she spent 3 weeks in the rejuvenating tank before she passed away. I'm sorry, Naruto, said Kale. Yeah, we never knew what happened to them. I always thought that they were some elite warriors who abandoned you after you were born because of your low power level, said Khalifa. What about your dad? Asked Kale. He died about a week before I was born. He was sent out on a high-risk mission with an elite squad. I spoke to the captain of that team, and he immediately recognized me. He told me that his team was surrounded and was heavily wounded, and the enemy had surrounded them from all sides. He said that my father did an attack that turned his life force into energy, basically making him a ticking time bomb. He told me that the attack was so strong that my dad almost surpassed the King Vados. They managed to get away in the cruiser ship, but last thing they saw was my father wiping out everything in a 4-mile radius in a gigantic explosion. The captain came back after he was healed up and asked for my father's name to be placed in the elite Fallen Saiyan class. The king accepted this, and despite him not being an elite, he was placed there. He also said that my mother was stronger than my father, but she wasn't much of a fighter. So I wonder how strong I will become, said Naruto. As Naruto glanced toward the sky. Dang, dude, that's horrible to lose both of your parents before you even knew them. Do you even know what they look like? Asked Khalifa. No, but I'm told that I look like my father with my mother hairstyle, just a little shorter. I think you'll become stronger than anyone, Naruto. I mean, you're already stronger than me and Khalifa. I think you'll reach new levels, unheard of a Saiyan, said Kale. Thanks, Kale. That means a lot coming from you. So, are we gonna whine like some bunch of sissies? Or are we gonna have the most awesome day ever to give you some fun memories? I guess we can have some fun, said Naruto. So, what do you have in mind? Well, we can train. I want to get you up to my level before we can leave. And secondly, we can terrorize Toru for the rest of the day. Khalifa? Naruto is stronger than you, said Kale. Now, Kale. Let's not get Khalifa angry. It's not my fault that she can't keep up with me in terms of power and skill, said Naruto with a giggle. You know, just because you two have been friends before, you were basically born doesn't mean that you can gang up on me. Now, let's go and terrorize Toru. As they all took off running, because they couldn't fly yet. As they found him, they didn't even get the train. As they made his ship fall apart, they planted small energy grenade in his food so that it would explode on contact. As they switched his Saiyan armor with a female one, they finished it up by writing a letter from a female Saiyan saying that she wanted to marry him. He chased her down and he was harshly rejected in public. They spent the whole day laughing, and they decided to stay at Kale's house for the night. The next day, It's complete crap that you're being exiled from the planet. You didn't even do anything, said Khalifa. Yeah, I know, said Naruto. Someone set me up. That destruction wasn't me. From what I was told, the amount of power I had when I transformed, I could blow up the entire planet if I was not stopped. Who do you think set you up, Naruto? Ask Kale. I'm not gonna say because Khalifa will just attack whoever I say think do it. And I don't want to get you guys in trouble. Can you both do me a favor and stay out of trouble while I'm gone, said Naruto. I guess I'll try. We both know that Kale is too shy to really do anything, said Khalifa. Kale, you're in charge of Khalifa while I'm gone. Why is she in charge? I can take care of myself. Tell me, do you even trust yourself not to cause any trouble? Khalifa did not say anything and just walked ahead, their arms crossed. Okay, Kale, said Naruto. Make sure she stays out of trouble. Yeah, I'll do it, she said. Great, said Naruto. Time skip. Royal Palace. Vados, Venus, and Toru was there. I'm sorry, it has to be like this, Naruto, but we made a deal, Boru said. It's alright. I understand, said Naruto. Khalifa wanted to say something, but a look from Naruto made her keep it to herself. Now, Naruto, I had my best scientists work on the ship. It has a training area, a eating area, and enough food to last a Saiyan for a year. A sleeping area, and you have a rejuvenating tank inside. The training area has a gravity machine that can go up to 500x normal gravity. Your ship has a built-in robotic guiding system, and if you need a ship repaired, you just tell it to activate maintenance. It will clean the entire ship and check for any damage and repair it for you. Bina said. Thank you, Dr. Bina, said Naruto. I'll make sure to take excellent care of it. Good, now get going. Before you destroy something else, Toru said, rather harshly. Toru, that's enough. Naruto, before you leave, I want to gauge your power level. Toru, you will go first. You're an elite Saiyan. I want you to be a measuring stick for Naruto. Boruto said as Toru nodded. Feast your eyes, kids. You will see what the elite power level is like. As Toru started to charge up, the scouter that was being used to read his power level stopped at 40,000. 40,000, not bad. I can see why you're an elite warrior, said Boruto. Would you ladies like to give it a try? Bida said, as he reset the scouter. Heck yeah, I do. Come on, Kale, let's do this, said Khalifa. Okay. As they both powered up, Kale was at 10,000 and Khalifa was at 11,000. Both of their power levels grew overnight after a full day of playing around, which they call training. You kids are only 7 and yet you're this strong. All of this is from playing kid games and friendly spars. Imagine if you actually train to use your abilities. You might even surpass me if I don't start training again, Bordo said. Surely you aren't serious about that, my liege. I'm serious. The only kid stronger than them is Kaba. And he's been training to become a warrior already. And he isn't that much stronger than them though. Now Naruto, it's your turn. As Naruto started to power up, he passed 10,000. He then passed 11. As he stopped at 12. As Naruto felt something off. As the man was about to turn off the scouter, wait. Something's off, said Naruto as he tried to dig up that power. I can keep going. The chamber started to shake. How is this possible? No, he's just a kid. What is it, Venus? What does the scouter say? His power level is at 45,000. Even stronger than Toru. That's a lie. He wasn't given any training. There is no way that can be powerful than me. He was born with a power level of 25. Here, take my scouter and do it again. Are you ready, Naruto? Naruto powered up once again as the results were the same. It's settled. Naruto is stronger than all 3 of the kids, Kaba included, combined. When the hell did you become so strong, Naruto? During our spars, I always win. No, I let you win. Do you remember the last time I beat you, said Naruto. You almost destroyed the entire forest because you were mad. But the last time I checked, my power was just 8,000. However, while I was powering up, I felt a block. So I pushed through it, said Naruto. You will become strong indeed, Naruto. Despite your low power level as a newborn, you will become quite strong. Maybe on your journey away from here you go stronger and get an excellent teacher to train you. Now, it's time for you to go and say goodbye. Don't even hug me, Naruto. That mushy crap disgusts me, said Khalifa. However, Naruto did not listen as he hugged her. As she hesitantly hugged him back. Take care of yourself, Khalifa. Even though I left Kale in charge, you have to protect her as well since she's too shy and timid to fight. And look out for Toru, he whispered. I think he might be the one that set me up. Don't act brash. Just look out, said Naruto. She nodded as they released the hug. As Naruto turned towards Kale, I need you to grow strong. We've been friends since we were born. So I know you can do it, said Naruto. And make sure Khalifa stays out of trouble. I'll do my best, Naruto. Be careful out there, she said. I will, I promise. Who knows? We might see each other again in the future, said Naruto, as he released a hug. I wish you the best in your future endeavors, Bina said, as he shook hands with Naruto. Vados gave Naruto a nod, as Naruto stepped towards Toru. What do you want, brat? Naruto slammed his fist in his gut, as he dropped to his knees, as Naruto whispered in his ear. I know you had something to do with me getting exiled. Just remember nothing. Stay hidden forever. As Naruto turned and walked towards the spaceship, Kale was openly crying and Khalifa was holding back her tears. He gave them one last smile as he entered the spaceship. Come on, Kale. We got a lot of training to do, said Khalifa, as she grabbed Kale. As Toru, being embarrassed about getting knocked down by a 7-year-old, caught his breath. He was about to fly off until Vados spoke up. What was that about, Toru? It's nothing, King Vados. Just having fun with a kid. My liege, what do you think? Venus asked once Toru was gone. Naruto was set up, whoever did it got fur from the first time he transformed. There was too much evidence against him, so I had no choice but to exile him. The entire area was evacuated, and the distance, it would take him at least 4 hours to get there, since he could not fly, and the cameras are all taken out before the attack. Even the memories of the cameras are all wiped completely. This work was not Naruto. In his giant ape form, he wouldn't just wipe out one city alone. He would go around and destroy everything. Toru has something to do with this, and I'm gonna find out what exactly it is. Anything you like me to do, my liege? Get some of our best scientists and doctors and head over to the city that was destroyed, and see if there was anything that we missed. As the man nodded. Meanwhile, with Naruto, once he had took off in his ship, as he was now in space hunt as he was walking around. It's still pretty early. I should definitely learn how to fly. As Naruto stood in front of the gravity machine, this would definitely come in handy, he thought. He made his way towards the eating area. There was a lot of food. A lot. There was a gigantic bed in the resting area, huge enough to fit at least 6 people his size. As he went towards the washing area, everything that he needed was in there. How did they manage to get all of this in here, Naruto wondered, as he returned back to the training area to get started. Well, I have 3 months to get started. As he walked over towards the gravity machine, he set it to 5x and he instantly fell down to the ground. Alright, I wasn't expecting that, but it's time to get to work. I want to at least be able to move under 20x gravity when I get to Earth. As he started to do 100 push-ups, and he switched to 100 sit-ups, they were extremely hard due to the gravity. As he trained for around 6 hours, he tried to fly in 5x gravity, which would be harder so he would be able to do it quickly. Once he got back out of the gravity machine, however, he was only in the air for about 20 seconds, and then he collapsed on his butt. After that, he went into the rejuvenating tank. He should really thank the doctor for this, but he doesn't know how. As he was lying there, he thought about his 2 friends, as he wondered how they were going to be there without him. I give it a few weeks before Khalifa gets in trouble, and drag Kale into it. I wonder where her brother is. She said that she has an older brother, but we've never seen him before, Naruto thought. Once he came out, his stomach was grumbling. Eating time, he thought to himself. Time skip. 1 month later. It has been a month since Naruto began. His power level had grown from 45,000 to 90,000. It was a big improvement in his eyes. He was about to begin his training until the spaceship went off. Warning, warning, magnetic field approaching. As Naruto rushed to the pilot room and buckled himself down. Around 10 minutes later, as everything started to go haywire and the ride was extremely bumpy. I think I'm gonna throw up, Naruto thought to himself. It took an hour to get out of the magnetic field, but the ship needed repairs. Warning, warning, damage level 50%. Ship repairs required. What is the closest planet to land on? Planet Namek. Requiring confirmation for landing on Planet Namek. Confirm, land on Planet Namek for repairs, said Naruto. Setting course for Namek. Arrival time 4 hours. The gravity machine was damaged, so he had to wait until the ship fixed itself. This ship will take 5 hours, as it alerted him once he landed on the planet. As Naruto decided to leave it and explore the planet. As soon as he walked off, he was surrounded by what he guessed was the Namekians. Hello? Who are you? What are you doing here? I'm Naruto. I was exiled from planet Sadala to planet Earth for something I didn't do. My ship needed repairs, and this was the closest planet I could land on, said Naruto. Don't worry, I'll only be here for a few hours. Why Earth? You do know that planet is deserted, right? It's basically destroyed due to the wars caused by the human race. Yeah, I know, but I need somewhere to be alone. I was born with a tail, and there's a chance that I can transform into a giant ape. And I don't want to hurt people around me, said Naruto. Are you willingly transforming into this ape? Asked Namekian. No, it just happened once when I was born. I had it cut off, but it grew back. I'm going to train myself and find a way to make sure that doesn't happen again. However, I believe I was framed, said Naruto. So you're a kid that is being punished for a crime that he did not commit? Yeah, pretty much, said Naruto. Very well then, follow me. I shall take you to our elder. He may have a solution that could help you on Earth. Are you sure about this, Kokoro? Another Namekian asks. Yes, I am. He did not have to answer any of these questions we asked him. Given the power I feel from him, he's strong enough to defeat us all before we can even blink. Now come with me, I'm sure our elder is expecting you by now. As they start to fly off. Wait! I can't fly yet, said Naruto. As the man gestured for Naruto to get on his back. As he did so, they flew for about 10 minutes as they arrived. You must be Naruto. I am Elder Sota. It's a pleasure to meet you. No, the honor is all mine, Elder Sota. I heard about the Namekians through stories from the Saiyans, but to meet you in person is pretty awesome. You are the third most respectable Saiyan I've met in my lifetime. The other two were named Chris and Wasabi. I had the honor of meeting them when they had to make an emergency landing here. What? Really? Those are my parents. Really? What happened to them? I haven't seen them in quite some time. Unfortunately, they died. My mother was poisoned, and my father sacrificed his life to save his comrades, said Naruto. I am sorry to hear that, young Naruto. I have no idea. Now, I hear that you're heading to Earth, and I know about your problem. I have something that can help you out on Earth. As 7 Namekian come forward, each of them was holding a ball with stars in them. What are those? Said Naruto. These are Dragon Balls. With all 7 of them gathered, you can summon the dragon known as Porunga. He can grant you 3 wishes. After you make your wish or wishes, the Dragon Balls would scatter over the planet. Now I will summon Porunga and use 1 wish for you. It's not much, but it will help you survive, Sota said. As Naruto watched as Porunga was summoned. Whoa, said Naruto as he watched. The gigantic green dragon red eyes appeared. The thing was large, really large. I shall grant you any 3 wishes that are in my power. State your wishes, Porunga said. Porunga, I would like you to restore the planet known as Earth. However, do not bring back the humans on the planet. Yes, it shall be done. His eyes glow before they stop. State your second wish. Actually, that is all I needed. Very well, he said. The Dragon Balls shot up in the sky before they shoot off. Why did you do that? Said Naruto. Because you would die in 2 years, living on that planet the way it was before. The reason I didn't bring the human back was because of a precaution, just in case you turn into that giant ape and go rampaging again. Now tell me, was there anything specific that would have triggered a transformation the first time? Not really. King Borders just said that it was a cloudy night. He said I was calm looking up at the sky, then a full moon appeared. After that you changed, correct? Yeah, said Naruto. Then I would assume that you changed during the full moon. On Earth, a full moon appears every 29 to 30 days. So I would avoid looking at it until you can control your ape form. Thanks for the heads up. I'll keep an eye out, said Naruto. But if it's not too much, can I ask you for a favor? What is this favor? Can you teach me how to fly, said Naruto. I still have 4 hours before I have to leave. Yes, I can do that. Come with me, he said. As Naruto got flying down in 2 hours, he spent another 2 hours testing out and flying around. Thank you again for your help, said Naruto. I won't forget this. Don't worry about it, Naruto. Just grow strong and control that ape form. You do that and we're even, Sota said. I'll do that. Goodbye for now, said Naruto as he waved. He arrived at the ship as he entered, as repair were done. Alright ship, set a course for Earth. As the ship started to lift, before it took off, As Naruto returned to his rigorous training, he also created energy blasts and lodged them around the room as he had to dodge and block as he kept on upgrading the gravity machine. First to 7x, then to 10x. As Naruto went a bit overboard and pumped out too much energy, the attack that slammed into his hands was immense as he tried to push it back. Damn it, damn it, damn it, said Naruto as he grit his teeth. Come on, you can do this. This blast is nothing to you. As Naruto yelled, the blast imploded as he was thrown away as he slammed into the wall. The ship did not take any damage because the walls absorbed the blast and convert that power into energy for the ship. As Naruto collapsed face first. As Naruto crawled over to the gravity chamber and shut it off. Time for the rejuvenating tank. As Naruto had lain there for around 3 hours. Once the 3 hours were done, he emerged. As Naruto was staring out into space. As he saw something pass him, it was a streak of white light so fast. Maybe it was a comic, he thought to himself. However, he did not notice that it was 2 people passing by. Time skip. 2 months later. As Naruto finally landed on Earth. He has not tested his power level yet, but he knew that he was stronger than almost every Saiyan on planet Sandala. As he read that every time a Saiyan get wounded, they become stronger, and over the past 2 months Naruto had wounded himself a whole deal, and he kept on healing over and healing and wounding himself. Finally, said Naruto as he looked around, as he was in a gigantic forest. It was large. He figured the buildings that he could see in the distance were from the humans that built them, as he found a lot of animals running around the buildings, as he found a lot of things there, and there was also many places with food. After searching for a few hours, he came back, as he noticed a beeping. He walked over towards the command center and pressed the button. As Naruto saw Kale and Khalifa appear and scream, "Hey Naruto, you there? Dr. Bean said that we could talk to you," said Khalifa. "Is this live video?" Naruto wondered to himself. Out loud. "Of course it is, you idiot." "What the hell do you think it was?" Khalifa said. "So it is a live video. How were you able to talk to me? I'm literally on a different planet right now. Dr. Bean set this up before you got into the spaceship. He said it's only a one-time thing. He said he knew that Kale would miss you, so he built this to the feature himself. I couldn't let Kale do it alone because she would get too emotional, so I decided to join her." That's not true, Khalifa. You said you couldn't wait to talk to Naruto." "We miss you, Naruto. How are you doing? Are you okay?" Kale asked. "I knew Khalifa would miss me," said Naruto. "But to answer your questions, yes, I'm okay. And I did make it to Earth. I only had one problem, and I ended up stopping on Namek." "Naruto, tell me, did you meet the Namekians? I heard they're quite nice in the hospital." Dr. Bean said, "Actually I did. I met the elder, and he also knew my parents when they had to make an emergency stop there. He used something called a Dragon Ball to restore the Earth for me, but he didn't bring back the humans just in case. I transformed into an ape again, and he also taught me how to fly." We learned to fly the week after you left. We've also gotten much stronger. I bet I could beat you now, Naruto." "Kale got stronger as well. She's almost my equal," said Khalifa. "It's true, Naruto. Khalifa power level is at 470,000 right now, and Kale power level is at 400,000. The doctor told him. "That's great, but I'm way stronger than the both of them," said Naruto. "Although, Kale is holding back. She always does that. Hey Kale, can you power up and don't hold back," said Naruto. As she was a bit nervous, however, Naruto cheered her on. The doctor decided to scan her power level, and it came up to 500,000. "I never knew Kale was this strong. Why hasn't she shown this before?" "Because she's shy and timid. She thought Khalifa would be upset with her if she's a bit stronger. But Khalifa, being a prodigy, can easily catch up to Kale, and that will drive her to get stronger as well." Yeah, whatever. So how strong are you now?" asked Khalifa. "Yes, I'm also curious. You left here quite strong for your age. I can only imagine how strong you become." Dr. Bean said, "Well, the last time I checked was after I left Planet Namek, 2 months ago, and I was at 200,000. "Well, what are you waiting for? Get testing yourself already," said Khalifa. "Naruto, when you turn on the scouter, it should automatically show up on the screen for us to see as well. If it doesn't, there's a green button you can press so that it will show up." As Naruto did what he was told. "Alright, are you guys ready?" "Yeah, hurry up, we don't have all damn day," Khalifa yelled. Alright, geez," said Naruto. As Naruto kept on powering up, and powering up, and powering up, to their shock, Naruto power level was at 1 million. What the hell kind of train did you do? Said Caulifla. Just did a lot of kicks, punches, sit-ups, dodging my ki blasts, and ki manipulation exercises, said Naruto. What he didn't tell them was that after almost all train exercise, he had to crawl back to the tank. However, Naruto was still holding back, he could feel it. Just like when he was just leaving the planet, there was still power that was tucked away inside of him. Well, it seems I have some competition for strongest Saiyan alive, said Vados. It appears so, my liege. I thought Kale would be the first one to surpass you. But Naruto reaching 1 million means I was definitely wrong. I guess you'll be the first person to surpass you in a few years, Bina said. A shock to me as well. However, Naruto, were short on time, so I was looking in to what you were framed for. And yes, I know that you were framed. We have a potential suspect, but he covers his tracks really well. It was Toru. I know it was, said Naruto. I told Kale and Caulifla before I left. When you find any clues, it will lead back to him. I told Caulifla not to do anything, but seeing the look on her face, I knew that she did the complete opposite. Kale, what did she do? She went to his house and tried to kill him, said Kale. He got one of my best friends exiled. I'm not just gonna stand around and do nothing. It's okay, Caulifla, but now he might go on a run. He might come looking for me. I'll be ready, said Naruto. As Naruto started to hear a beeping noise, it seems the timing has come to an end. We wish you all the best, Doctor said. You better take care of yourself because next time I see you, I'm gonna kick your ass, Caulifla said. Bye, Naruto. Please, take care of yourself, said Kale. Yeah, you guys take care of yourself as well, said Naruto. And Caulifla, stay out of trouble. We'll see each other again, I'm sure of it. As the scream cut off, it was nice to see them again, said Naruto. I wonder though, how strong I really am. As Naruto closed his eyes and gripped his fist as he started to power up, as he did not notice what his eyes were flickering green. As he started to push it, his hair started to turn gold before turning back black. As it turned gold once again before turning back black. As Naruto released the engine, he looked toward the scouter machine. 6 million. Whoa, I guess training in 20x gravity paid off. More than I thought, Naruto thought to himself. Unknown to him, he was being watched by one of the figures that had passed by earlier that he thought was a comic. Interesting. I've never seen a Saiyan with a tail before in this universe. I guess I'll just have to keep an eye on him. He seemed to be quite an interesting fellow. Maybe I'll train him myself. However, I'll have to keep it away from Lord Champa. The person thought. Time skip. 4 years later. 4 years have gone by and Naruto was now 11 years old. Over the past 4 years, he had battled a lot of enemies that was sent to Earth by someone unknown. Due to the constant fight, Naruto was able to reach that power. When he had first power up all those years ago, his hair turned golden. He decided to call it Super Saiyan because he felt so super. As he believed that he was the first one in history to ever do this. He never heard about this before. However, unaware to him, he would soon meet in the distant future Saiyans that has already passed the level of Super Saiyan and taken it to a whole nother level. At the moment, Naruto stood at 5 feet 2 inches. He was 11 years old, so that was rather tall for his age. His hair hadn't changed much, but he did put on some muscle. As Naruto felt the power level arrive towards his location, as Naruto watched the ship land in front of him, as someone walked out. Who are you? He asked. I'm the one responsible for sending troops to this planet. They never come back, so I decided to check out what is wrong myself. The stranger said as he had 2 guards with him. What's your name? Said Naruto. Commonly, you should give your name first, but I will answer your question. My name is Frost, and I'm what you may call a space pirate. As Naruto looked Frost over, he has blue skin, his head and torso are pale blue in color. He has really thin lips, round smooth ears, and he wears some boots and black pants, but Naruto believed that he wasn't wearing anything on his lower region. I'm Naruto. Why are you so interested in Earth? Said Naruto. I'm really not interested in the planet. I want to sell it so I can make some money. However, I have a proposition for you. Oh? And what would that be? Said Naruto. How would you like to join me? You can have anything you want in the universe, and you'll be my second in command. I'll have to pass on that offer. For one, I'm not a criminal. I would rather turn you in. Secondly, I already have everything I want. Lastly, I'm not going to join someone that is weaker than me. Weaker than you? As he started to laugh. Don't make me laugh, you monkey. I am the strongest in the universe. There is no one stronger than me. I have conquered many planets, by myself. I have won countless wars across the galaxy. I have no equal, everyone else is below me. Now you will join me or I will have to use force. I won't be joining you, so just get back on your ship and leave. But I won't tell you again, said Naruto. Very well then. Don't say I didn't warn you. Kill him. His two guards did not respond. They just shot towards Naruto using their top speed. As Naruto blocked a punch and a kick before he grabbed them and threw them away. Alien and Namole. He's a child. He should have been dead by now. I'm sorry, my lord. We're on it. The one known as Alien was a blue skin, humanoid with silky black hair. He was wearing blue battle armor with brown shoulder pads. Yeah, we'll be done with this run in no time. The other one. He looked exactly like a human with short, blonde hair. As he was wearing the same battle armor. Then hurry up and kill him, said Frost. They flew at Naruto, who started to dodge their punch and their kicks. He then caught their fists like it was nothing. You guys should have really listened when I told you to leave the planet, said Naruto. However, the both of them jump away and fire two energy blasts towards Naruto, as the place went off in a loud explosion. I told you we could handle it, boss, Alien said. Yeah, we aren't your personal guard for nothing, said Namole. I suppose you two are right. To think, he actually thought he was stronger than me. What a pity, he would have been a fine addition. Now, for the planet. Let's go tell the buyer that the planet is ready. As Frost walked away with Alien and Namole behind him. However, an energy blast fly from the smoke. It burst through Namole back and shattered right through his chest. Frost and Alien turned as they saw Naruto standing there, his arm outstretched. You actually thought you killed me. As Naruto stood there was not even a scratch on him. Alien, kill him now. I will assist you this time. Alright, boss, Alien said. Before he could move, the energy blast took his head off his shoulders. How are you doing this? There is no way a kid like you can be stronger than them. Don't worry about it, said Naruto. Besides, your backup has just arrived. Backup? What backup? As Naruto pointed up as Frost saw a spaceship. That's enough, Frost. I can handle him. You already have your money. Very well. I guess my job is done then. Although I was hoping to fight him for a bit. As he went into his ship and flew off. Toru, I guess your little scheme was discovered, and you had to run from Planet Sadala. Such a pity, a elite such as yourself, reduced to a life of crime. Shut up. If it wasn't for those damn girls, I wouldn't have been caught. They're always watching each other back, so I didn't get a chance to kill them. So I have to settle for killing you instead. You may have surpassed me before you left, but I've been doing brutal, harsh training over the past couple of years. Years of near-death situations. I'm finally gonna rid the world of you, you monster. As Toru started to power up, this is all you have to offer. I surpassed King Bordos when I was 8. My power is higher than anyone you can think of right now. The only Saiyans close to me are Kale and Khalifa, said Naruto as he watched the man finish powering up. Big talk for someone who hasn't made a move, said Toru, as he moved into attack. Use that scout of yours to read my power level. I'm even suppressing a great deal of my strength, said Naruto. You're almost as strong as the king, and it was only at 6 million. You should just go back home and take your punishment. Toru did not respond as he flew forward and slammed his fist into Naruto's face. However, Naruto did not budge. As Naruto gripped his wrist and slammed his fist into his guts, Toru dropped to his knees, coughing up blood. How is he so strong? My power is almost the same as Bordos. This should be easy. So, what does your scouter tell you? Said Naruto as he saw look on the man's face. 8 million. But how? You were born with a power level of 25. Just because I was born weak doesn't mean I'll stay weak. I've been training my ass off for the last couple of years. And just because you see 8 million doesn't mean that is my full power, said Naruto. I told you before, you're way out of your league. Leave now and we won't have any problems. This planet is not for sale. So that transaction you did with Frost, well, it was for nothing. Now leave before I kill you. I'm not leaving. I'll kill you, just like I killed your mother. Naruto had reached out and gripped him by the throat as he pulled him to his eye level. What did you say? As the man looked towards him, you heard me, you BAM! Naruto shattered his nose before he slammed a kick in his ribs, shattering multiple ribs. He then threw him up in the air. As Naruto fired ki blasts up, the man screamed in pain as they slammed into his body. as Naruto jumped up and slammed a kick in his face. His body dropped hard to the ground. As Naruto walked over towards him, I always have a feeling that she was killed by one of her own. When a female Saiyan is pregnant, she is pulled from a mission. I guess you got your poison from one of your lowlife. You always were alone, I guess. She wouldn't go for you, she went for my father. And you got jealous, you damn bastard. He spat. He ruined my life. I was always the bigger, faster, stronger one when we were little. However, people like him more despite that. Even our own parents care for him more. What did you just say? That's right. I'm your uncle. What are you gonna do now? I'm the last family member you have left. I don't have a family, said Naruto. I'll make my own family once I get older. I could give a damn if you're my uncle, you killed my mother. And for that, I'm gonna end you. The man looked surprised. What? You think I was a naive fool that will cry about having a last family member? You mean nothing to me, said Naruto. Before your death, I will show you something that you could have never, ever reached me, said Naruto. As Naruto started to scream as he powered up until the scouter exploded. What is that? As Naruto here turned blonde, his eyes turned green. This is what I call Super Saiyan. If I have to guess in this form, I am 50 times stronger than what I normally am. My base power at its fullest is 30 million. Like I told you before, you were way out of your league. I hope you enjoyed your life, uncle. Because you're dead, said Naruto as he placed his hand in front of his face. No, don't you dare! No! However, Naruto released a ki blast that enveloped him and wiped his body off the face of existence. As Naruto then paused and he felt something. As he felt the wind. But he did not see anyone. As he looked around. Who's there? He said. I know you're there. But he did not see them. But someone was there. What the hell is... His senses was telling him that something is nearby. Meanwhile, two figures were floating in space. They felt the power spike and they went to investigate. They didn't see transformation, but they knew the power came from him. Well, what do you think? One of them said. I can see why you take an interest in him, although it's strange. How was he able to sense us? It should be impossible for a mortal to sense us if they have not been trained to do so, Vados. The other one said, yes, it is quite peculiar. I don't think you want to replace Champa though. I have a feeling that he will grow incredibly in a few years and become even stronger than some god of destructions. But he did not sense our energy. Fua. He is in tune with nature like an animal. He almost caught me quite a few times already, but he's not ready to meet me yet. What is he? I've never seen anyone like him before. His tail is quite unusual. Fua said. I believe that he's a Saiyan from planet Sadala. But these Saiyans should not have a tail, said Vados. Yes, I've never heard of a Saiyan having a tail either. But to think that he's become so strong on his own, it's quite amazing. I would suggest that you just watch him from your staff, or from up here to not get caught. But I would limit it down to the time that you have Meteor and the other angel, so that Champa doesn't get too suspicious. The Kai of Universe 6 told her, I will watch from here, but in a few years, I will introduce myself to train him. His potential feel limitless, and I would love to have him as a student. He's also a nice kid. It's really bad he got exiled for something that he didn't even do. But he has taken care of the person that framed him, Vados said. If I didn't know any better, Vados, I would say from you watching him all this time, you have gained some kind of motherly affection towards a boy. Fua said, perhaps, but I'm more interested in training him than becoming his mother, said Vados. If you say so, but I suggest that we head back to Champa. He will start to get suspicious if we're not back soon. Yes, let us get moving. But guys, be and subscribe right here if you want things important to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, turn on that bell notification to stay posted. But I'm off and I'll see you guys soon. Peace guys.